Okay, so we've got a customer that wants us to use a roundover bit on a router on pine 1x6s in order to match up some trim that he's got in an old house that he bought. And the wind chill is negative 20 something right now, and there's no heat in this shop, so that's why I'm dressed like this. So anyway, in this video I'm going to show you how to use a roundover bit on a palm router. So this is the machine I'm going to be using. It's an old Makita palm router, and this is the bit that I'm going to be using. It's a 1/4 inch shank, and it's a roundover bit. So if you look at it like this, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's gonna make a round shape on the edge of our board, and this little bearing here rides against the edge of the wood, and that's what keeps you from digging in too far into the wood. Alright, so that barely rounded that at all. So I'm going to adjust the depth of the cut because I think he's going to want more of a roundover than that. So on this particular router, you have to loosen this up right here. Probably the original piece we've lost or broken a long time ago, so we've just got a little bolt in there. So I loosened that up, and then you can pull this down. So now you can adjust your depth to anything that you want. And I want it to be more round, so I'm going to want to get it all the way basically to there. Alright, I adjusted the depth on that bit, and now we've got a much more round edge. So we're going to keep it just like this and do the rest of it that way. Okay, so there we've gotten a nice round edge, and that's what the guy wants. That's what he's making his baseboard trim out of, and then he's going to put a 1/4 round right here. So this is going to be up on the wall, and then a 1/4 round down here, and then we've got this nice rounded edge right here, and that'll look a lot more closer to the original trim that was in this older house that he bought. Alright, I wanted to show you how I've unplugged the router. I wanted to show you how this little bearing works here, in case you haven't used one like this. So the way this works is this bearing keeps you from cutting too deep. So that when you push this in, you're going to have your cutter go ahead and cut the shape that you want, and then this bearing runs into the side of the board, and then as you drag this down, it keeps your depth the way that you want. So that keeps you from cutting too deep. So you just push it in, your cutter cuts in and cuts this round shape here, and then that bearing is what basically guides you down the board. So this is what it looks like in the end. You've got this nice round shape, and really I don't think we're not even going to need to sand that because it did such a nice job cutting that off.